Hey everybody, this is Jeff Simillion, real estate entrepreneur in Boston, Massachusetts, coming to you in Mattapan right now, recording this video. Wanted to talk a little bit about myself, about what I got going on, what I'm doing as a real estate broker, and go in the transition I'm currently going through to level up into the cannabis industry with a new company that I recently started called Key. Key Dispensary. So the reason why I'm doing this video again is to just introduce myself, talk about the transition, talk about the how I started, why I'm doing this, and the process, the challenges, the opportunity that's ahead, and also the benefits that that I will be the value that I will be adding into the community by starting this dispensary or opening up several dispensaries, hopefully in the far future and near future, and perhaps a cultivation facility as well. So just to get started, why am I getting into cannabis and so on and so forth? So the reason why I'm getting into cannabis, I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with Boston, and they saw this article that came out a couple of years ago, which talked about the net worth of black people in Boston versus the counterpart white people. So they had us at $8 at that moment when I saw that, when I read it and I saw that it actually hit home, and it just made me like, wow, had me really thinking about the situation, the stage that we are in as as a society, as black people, that we only are worth $8. And when I thought about it, and I thought about how much debt I'm in from student loans, and it was just like, damn, I guess I'm part of that. You know what I mean? Those people that's worth $8. You know what I mean? Granted, whatever my situation is, but I'm in a hole, almost $100,000 of student loans. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I thought about it like, wow, a lot of us, are in the same boat, where we have all this crazy student loans, and no matter how much money that we currently making, until we get rid of those debt, we're part of that group. So that's one of the reasons that that sparked my mind and just got me thinking. And around that same time, one of the clients that I was actually helping with, trying to find a commercial space, she actually introduced me to an attorney who pretty much helped me with the process of applying for economic empowerment. Um, People who's not familiar with that, economic empowerment priority is basically for the people that live or grew up or have a business in areas in Massachusetts that were impacted by the war on drugs. So those people have priority, you know, to apply and get approved to open up a dispensary. So it was around the same time when I was introduced to that opportunity, and I was like, this is a no-brainer, Jeff. You need to figure this thing out and level up and make that transition. So that's pretty much when how my mind started thinking about me getting involved into cannabis. At that same time, I had, as a broker, people were calling me saying, hey, can you help me find a location? I need to open up a dispensary, so on and so forth. So they were already telling me certain things, and I was already understanding the laws. But at the same time, I didn't even think about like, yo, you should open up a space yourself, or you should put yourself in an opportunity, until my client told me that and introduced me to Lori Lucien. Shout out to Lori, who pretty much helped me out with that process. And boom, I got that. I was approved, and I had to go through a couple of things, and to get qualified. So make it do what it do. You know what I mean? So the moment that I was approved, I was able to, like I said, I already knew some of the laws. The advantage that I had was the fact that I'm in commercial real estate, so I have the relationship with some landlords, and was able to talk to some people and pretty much negotiate a deal and make things happen. So given the fact that I was able to, to pretty much put myself in the situation to, to get a location and go through the process or whatnot, and that put me in a good position. So to say, hey, you know what, go full ahead, learn this thing, learn this business, learn this industry, and go full throttle and try to open up a space and open up a business and see if how could you how can I participate in this $1 billion industry, and not only for me but for my community, for my family, my friends, and people that surround me. Because like I said, when I realized we all in that same boat, because like I said, I know a lot of friends that I play football with, that I went to school with. You know what I mean? Some of us still working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, got kids, so on and so forth. So I understand it. I know, you know what I mean, without needing to have this conversation, I know it, I understand it. You know what I mean? That most of us are probably in that same situation. So this is me figuring out, saying, you know what, you should do this, Jeff. You should open up this space. You should open up this business. You should, pursue that opportunity. So, you know, um, reach out to my circle of friends, to my resources. You know what I mean? Trying to put and put a group of people together and create this company. You know what I mean? So in order for me to really do this, to actually make this a possibility, so I partner up with some people that are expert in their field. You know what I mean? And real estate is my field, so I'm gonna focus on what I do as far as the real estate aspect, and put a couple of a group of people together and say, hey, let's do this company, and let's open up a couple of dispensaries throughout Boston or wherever else we can, and really start changing life and making a difference here. So this is the reason why that I'm starting this. I'm involved in this. You know what I mean? Is to make a change in Boston. I mean, if you understand what's going on with the dispensary world in Colorado and California, and then you've been out there, you see, that's made a lot of people millionaires. That's, a lot of people have benefited, changed neighborhoods, put people to school. You know what I mean? One of the things that I hate being in Mattapan, seeing people outside. I mean, these kids outside asking for change for, football, popcorn, or whatever. You know what I mean? I just want to be able to just say, here's, whatever it is, your season's paid for. Like, you know what I mean? And don't worry about doing all this. So those type of changes that, you have, in these other neighborhoods, kids don't have to do those things. You know what I mean? Having to, ask for money. So for me, having to open up this dispensary, those are the type of changes that I want to bring into this community. You know what I mean? Helping people with down deposit to purchase a home, or first license security. You know what I mean? Being able to set up a nonprofits organization, real nonprofits, not people making $3 million. CEOs making $3 million for no reason, but really setting up funds to help communities, to help families that actually need it, put kids to school, so on and so forth. So those are the reasons that I'm really looking to start up this business here, to really make an impact in the community. So as I'm recording this, so this is evidence that I'm a man of my word. I say what I mean what I say. So so those are the reasons why. It's been a challenging process for me to to be able to balance my life, my career, and learning this business and putting this thing together. So it's been challenging, but at the end of the day, I'm thinking with the vision of seeing the light and understanding that what's ahead of it. You know what I mean? And don't think about the struggle, the nonsense, the bullshit that the city of Boston is putting applicants through. It is what it is. It's a process. You know what I mean? So you gotta go through it so you could get to the end and enjoy the benefits. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm really concerned. I'm really focused on. So everything else, it is what it is. You know, um, I'm worried about what I could control, and what I could control is putting myself in a great position for me to be able to open up the dispensary, several dispensary a cultivation location, what do you call it, deliveries, all these different things. So my goal is to basically just put myself in a position to to capitalize and take advantage of this opportunities that is supposed to be out there for us. So that is out there. So that's what I'm focused on, and that's my drive. That's that's what I'm about. So like I said, as I make this video, is to introduce myself for people who don't know me. Is what I mean? Is to talk about my goal, what I see, what I understand, what I've experienced. So as I'm doing this, follow along. LowKeyDispensary.com, and we have an Instagram page as well, where you can go there and get some information. So if anybody would have any questions, feel free to reach out. Contact will be in the in the description below. So yeah, as we get set up, get ready to this presentation in front of the Carbon Square community sometime next month. Looking forward to that. We partner up with Elevate Cannabis, which has a couple of locations that's supposed to be opening up soon. It's just to to deal with the marketing and operations of things. That's not really my specialty, so I'm bringing an expert from Washington State. To people who's been doing this, who has the experience, who has the knowledge, to make sure that we're providing best quality products, to a community, to our people, because there's a lot of benefits that comes